Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Creating Process. In today's video, we'll look at how to create web text effect in Adobe Illustrator. So we'll be checking out some amazing techniques to create out some amazing design using the text. So these are some of the design we have created using the web option. This you can create some simple design, or you can create a logo or a title or some amazing typography effect using the web option. So there are various options to create out this effect. So the first option we're going to use is the make with web option, and you'll find it under object, Envelop Distort, make with web. And using this web option you can create some amazing design, and these are few of the example I'm going to create using this option. But before that, so let's understand each of the attributes that you get in this option. So to start out, I'll just type out a text, SHAPES shape. So this is our text. Now if you have a text, you just select it and go to object, Envelop Distort, click on make with web option, and you get this attribute panel web option. And using this you can give some interesting design. So first of all, you get a lots of option over here. So first one is arc, and over here you can choose from horizontal or vertical. So let's keep it horizontal, and you get this effect. And over here you got some distortion attribute where you can decide the effect. You can shift it from left to right or top to bottom, just like this. So I'll just keep it 0 for this, just to balance it out, and here we'll keep it around like this, giving some effects. So let's look at all the options. So there are various style over here. The first one is arc, which you can shift from top to bottom just like this using the blend option. And second option is arc lower. So using the option you can get this effect where you get a round on the bottom and flat on top. You can make it like this, but this way we keep it this way. And you can use the horizontal vertical option just to check out which way you're going, so which style you want to get. So if you wanted some vertical this side, you can just increase the curve using this and you can give that. But I think this design for this one, this looks good. You can use this as a title or a logo, or for example batch logo, it's fit for that. This third one is arc upper, it's the same but on the top one. Fourth is arc like this. You can use the blend option just to check out which way you are going, or vertical or horizontal, just to check out some other versions. And bulging, where you can like make it circular or a little bit of like this, giving some title to that. Or you can, and over here you can use the horizontal just to give some, like here narrow, here rounded, or you can just go from that side. Or in a vertical way you can just make it like this, like narrow on the bottom and top on the on top broader. So that way I'll just keep it to 0 for now, and I'll just check out all the others. So shell lower, you get this. Other one is shell upper. Flag, where you can increase the intensity of the curviness, and you can use this to make some twist into your design, like narrow and like that. So all these attributes will help you in creating some amazing design, and you can customize it anytime using this attribute panel. So got flag, we got wave, where you can just give some wavy feel to your text like this. So it's really cool to get all these attributes. Fish, where you give some interesting fish looking text. And rise or fish eye, you can give that. In flat, where you got a central portion bulging it out on both sides like that. Or squeeze, where your central region is squeezed in, or other is twist, you can give some twist to your text. And if you use all these attributes, you get different style of text, just like this. So you can use this styles and create out some amazing design. Now let's do some practical stuff. So we have seen the tools, we have seen the attributes panel, we have seen everything, but how to use it in your practical designing process. So first design we're going to create is this fish. So to create this, I just bring out this one, and let's type out text. So I'll just type out text FISH fish like that, and I'll just place this over here. Okay, now to give this effect, as you know, it's in the attribute where it's the fish. I'll just go there, object, make with web, and you'll find it over here. I'll just go to style, and here is the fish. So this is the option I have used, and as you can see, it's horizontal. I just check the horizontal, and the intensity is very high. I just keep everything 0 to 0, and here I'll just reduce it a little bit just to make sure it fits our design like that. And this way I have created this design, and I click OK. Before you go further, make sure that you are finally done with your design. If you need some tweaking, just do it right now, because after this we're going to expand the design. So after that you can't tweak it. So make it web, and we'll just do the final thing over here just now. So let's see, I'll just make this a little narrower and click OK. And now after this, what we'll do is we'll draw some extended here, this part. So using the pen tool, I'll just lock this up, and using the pen tool we'll draw some shapes. So pen tool like this, and a little bit of curve over here, break it, and then curve over here, and we'll give black color to it, and let's do some tweaking. So I'll just select the anchor point tool and break this point, and just make it a little bit like that, and make it curve like this. So let's see. Okay, and you can just tweak it anytime. So I'll use the direct selection tool and make sure that the design is nicely done. So now I'll add that eye. So it's very simple. I use the oval, draw a small circle, place it somewhere around here, and I'll just pick the background color, and that's how I have created this design. After that, I selected everything, object, and expand it. Expand to object, fill, and click OK. And now you can select it, fill it up with white color, something like that, and your design is done. Here just make sure it's white, or what you can do is you can select these two and just go to Pathfinder and just subtract it like that, and your design is ready. I'll just scale up the size and place it something like this, and this is the way I've created this. The second design we're going to talk about is this title. So how we can create this, you can use the same technique. So first what I'll do is I'll just duplicate a background, to lock it, and I'll just type out some text. So WARP web THEORY theory. So this is the text. I'll just change the text to, let's say, red like this. Let's pick the color eye picker and pick it from here. And now for this I have used different fonts, so I'll just pick up a font. Let's go over here and let's make it, I think this is the font. We'll be using this font, and I'll go to text here and reduce the spacing a little bit more like this, and increase the size. So just increase the size like this. Let's extend it a little bit. And now we'll go to object and just make it web, and here we'll choose arc lower, and we'll adjust the blend, and you get this design similar to this. So we are maintaining this here, it should be narrow, and here it should be large. So just make sure that you get this design like this, and I'll click OK. So you got the text like that. And after that, what we can do is we'll just add a text, pick the color, and we'll choose a font for this, or I can just pick it from here similar to this like that. And the font I have used here is this Edwardian script ITC, so you can use that and you'll find it like that. And this is the way I have created this title. The third design we're going to talk about is this web text logo, and this is a batch logo design, and we have used some text over here using the web option, and all the details are just created using the shape. So let's try to recreate it. So I'll just create a duplicate of the background, and I'll just lock this up, Command or Control 2, and the first thing we're going to create is the text. So I'll type our text, CHAMP, champ, and let's change the font color to white, and let's choose the font. So the font we're gonna use is this one. So this is the font, and so this is our text. Let's choose a font for our design. So this is the font we're going to use. This is Franklin Gothic Demi COND. So it's a regular font, Franklin Gothic Demi. Here's the text, and the first step we're going to do is to give this little curve to your text. So let's go to object, make with web, and here let's give that. So for this we're going to use this arc one, and I'll just adjust the blend option just to give that little arc feel. So let's see, and let's check out other options as well. So if I see, okay, so as you can see, our perspective at the edges are perpendicular and there is a curve. And if you check out over here in the arc, if you increase the blending option, you can see the T and the P are tilted. We want it perpendicular. So if I choose this one, these edges is perpendicular, so we need that effect, and we can adjust the blend option here just to adjust the curve. So I'll keep it around, I think 12, and click OK. So once we have created this text, the next thing we're going to do is to create this overall design. So the first thing we're going to do is to create this basketball. I'll just draw out a sphere and like this, then create a duplicate of it. With the Alt press, click and drag and create a duplicate and place it somewhere around here like that. And after that, I'll just select this original copy, create a copy of it, Command or Control C, then selecting both, go to shape builder and just extract this shape. So after that, just delete this extra piece, and selecting this lower piece, I'll pick this color, this dark green color. You can use this color code to get the color. The second shape, I'll be using this light green color. We'll be using this color code, and after that, let's draw these details. So also I have given some stroke thickness, so what we can do is I'll just copy that first circle, Command or Control F to the front, and remove the fill color and apply stroke color. And on the stroke, we'll go there, click on this, align stroke to outside, and keep it round, and stroke thickness to around 0.75 I think, and change the color to black. Okay, so we got that ball, and now let's add these details. So I'll just draw it out using the pen tool. So select the pen tool and let's draw some details. So click here, click, and give that curve like that. Escape, again pen tool. I'll just draw one around, like draw the middle first here and just make it curve like this. Give that curve and finish it around here like this. Escape. So after that, select these inner strokes and change the stroke thickness to around 0.5. I think 0.5 is good. So we got that details to our circle, to our basketball. Now let's draw the rest of our design. So the second thing we're going to create is this shield. So for that, I'm going to use a ellipse tool and draw a circle like this. Then using the anchor point tool, just break this point, this point, this point. And what I'll do is I'll just drag this up like this, give that nice curve over here, and using this anchor point tool, make this curve similar to this. Same here, make this curve similar to this, and break this point and making that nice curve on the bottom. Now using the die selection tool, we'll do the rest of the tweaking. So just make it a little narrow over here and use this handle to make the curve round, and use the ruler just to see where the handle is being placed. So I'll just drag it down until now, and I'll just place this around here. Do the same on the other side, just drag it down until here. And once you get that shield look, we can just bring it down over here and apply the black color. So let's arrange it to back. With the Command Control pressed, click, open square bracket, and it will send it to back like that. I'll just bring in our basketball as well. I'll just select this, group it up, Command Control G, and place it around here and arrange it to back using the shortcut command and open square bracket, and command and close square bracket to bring it up. And next we'll draw this ribbon, and before that let's draw this back details as well. So I'll just create a duplicate of it, Command Control C, Command Control F, and let's add a stroke thickness and change it to inner and increase the thickness, let's say 1.5, and I'll go to object, path, outline stroke, and just subtract it, and you got this piece. I'll just select this piece, delete it out, and we got this in a piece. I'll fill this up with dark green color like that. I'll create a duplicate of it, Command Control C, Command Control F, and apply stroke color to it just to see, and remove the fill color and just scale it down with the Alt pressed like this. I'll create under duplicate, Command Control C, Command Control F, and this. And selecting these two strokes, I'll just extend it on top like that. With the shift pressed, I'm just extending it like this. Okay, now selecting these two and our base design, let's click on divide, and it will divide it into singular pieces. Ungroup it, and I'll just select these two strokes and delete it out. So we got individual pieces over here as well. Just deselect all the pieces and delete this like that. So we got our pieces. I can just delete this out and this piece out. For this piece we have given light color, so pick this light color over here. Now we'll add this small section which is just to cover up that detail. So you can create it out, create a duplicate of it, and I'll just do some tweaking using the die selection tool. Bring this to top around here, make it finishing like this. I'll pick the color black for that. We'll do the same for here. Just create under duplicate and arrange it to front. Just arrange it to the back of the text and the basketball, and go over here, reflect tool, double click on it, preview it, and set it to vertical and click OK. Place this like this, and you got that edge over there. After this, what we'll do is we'll add this ribbon. So we'll bring it out using the symbol. So I'll go over symbol, and under this, go over here, open symbol library, and here you got a list of vector shapes which you can use it in various designs. For now I'm looking for ribbon, so I'll just click on illuminate ribbons, and here I got some various ribbon designs. So let's pick one. I'll just drag and drop. So let's look at which one is better. So I can choose this one. I just delete this off. So now we need to give some curve look. Before we go to that step, let's match the size of it similar to our design, a little bit thinner, and after this let's add that curve. So I'll go to object, Envelop Distort, make with warp, and here let's add that curve. So adjust the curviness accordingly and 7 and click OK. So we got that nice curve here. Now to do the adjustment with the ribbon, select this, go to object, expand it. Now double click on it, go inside, select our main shape and pick green color. So I'll just go out and see if it's done. Here is our color, and we can do something over here. Just selecting these pieces, apply black color to it. Do the same for the other piece, pick, apply black color to it, and our ribbon coloring is done. So the next thing we're going to do is to give some stroke thickness to the background. So selecting this tool, I'll create a duplicate, Command Control C, Command Control F, and we'll go to Pathfinder and unite them. And then I'll just click, switch the fill color to stroke color, and you got a stroke thickness. Let's apply some stroke thickness 0.5, and under stroke, I'll place it to outside and make the corners round. And if I bring it out over here, just selecting these two, you can see we have given that thickness. I'll just change the stroke color to black and click OK, and we got that design. I'll just place it back, and now let's apply the stroke thickness to the text as well. So I'll just select this object, expand, OK, and expand the text, then create a duplicate of it, Command Control C, Command Control F, and apply stroke color. So we'll apply black color to it, give a stroke thickness around 0.75, under stroke, give it outside, and make it corner round, and we got that text. And after that we'll just select this and arrange it to back of our original text, and we got our text and a background as well. Lastly, let's select everything and create a copy, Command Control C, Command Control F, and group it up. And before we go to the next step, just double click inside and select these pieces and expand them. Object, expand appearance. Do the same for text, object, expand appearance. This way we are making sure all the shapes, all the text are in fill object. So expand it and everything will be in fill object. And once you have changed all the stroke color to fill color, we'll do last step. I'll just select this piece and delete it out, and I'll just select this outer one and fill the inner color. So, and after that what we'll do is selecting this group will unite them. So go to Pathfinder and unite them, and you got single object just like this. So I'll just arrange it back. arrange it to back with using the command or control pressed and open square bracket. It's on the back, and we'll change the stroke color to white just to see. And here is our outer stroke, and let's increase the stroke thickness. So we'll increase the stroke thickness around 1 and keep the stroke to curve at the corner and stroked alignment to outside, just like this. We'll do further adjustments over here. As you can see, we have given a little bit of extension, and we did that using the pen tool. So just try it out. Switch the color and remove the stroke color. Make it curve, match it with this flow. We got that extension as well. And lastly, let's add that text, and it's very simple. Just type out text, reduce it a little bit more, and increase the spacing. So I'll keep it around 100. And after that, you go to Object, Envelop Distort, make it web, and just add a little curve to it, and keep it on 5% and click OK. And we got our text. I'll go to Object, expand it, fill it up with color. The color I have used is dark blue color, using that color code. And finally, the text is done. In the background, we have got white, and on top there is blue. And finally, we have created out this logo patch design using the make with web option under Envelop Distort, and we have used pen tool and other stuff, but the main option we have used is the make with web option. Using that, we have given that little effects, little tiny details that gives you that interesting look to your design. Next, we'll look at how you can create these design like this web option or blue option or liquid, fluid, or some interesting curve or tweaking in your logo using the make with mesh option. And we'll be adjusting the mesh to create out some interesting design. In the next video, we'll be looking at how we can use the mesh tool to create out some amazing text effect, and also we'll reshape an object with a different object. So don't forget to check out the next tutorial coming up, and if you want more updates on designing, don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.